Hey Hillary, thanks for coming in today. Did you have something that you wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah, I'm a little bit stressed. I'm going into my senior year of high school, and I play basketball, and I've played basketball ever since I was a little girl, and I love basketball. However, like my parents have basically beaten it into my head, like that's the only way I'm gonna get to go to college because I have a twin brother, and yeah, I guess my parents would have to be paying two different tuitions, which that's hard, but they told me like the only way, Hillary, that you can be able to go to college is if you go on an athletic scholarship. And I love basketball, but I don't think I want to play it in college. Like I really enjoy um, English and reading and stuff like that, and maybe I just want to be a student, and I just don't know how to go about telling them without making them mad because I don't want them to be disappointed in me. So I don't know, I'm just really worried that I won't be able to join my senior year because it's all going to be about going to basketball tournaments and showcases and trying to get colleges to look at me when that's not really what I want to do, is what my parents want to do. So.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from you is that you are about to start your senior year and you're really excited and you've been playing basketball for a long time, and your parents told you that really maybe one of the only ways that you can really get to go to college is through basketball scholarships. And you said you sort of like basketball, but you're thinking maybe a different direction in college, and you are thinking about maybe that you just want to be a student and relax and enjoy college. And it sounded like maybe you were a little bit overwhelmed with this whole process of trying to figure out, if you're going to go that route in basketball, like your parents said, or if you really want to try to explain to them that you are feeling more like just relaxing.
Definitely, I'm definitely overwhelmed, and on top of that, like I haven't even graduated high school yet, and they're planning on, like, I'll be traveling every weekend, going to all these showcases, and like I love school. I love my classes. I'm really big into making good grades because that's just what I like to do, and it'll help me in college in the long run. And I know that like going to these showcases and stuff that my parents are pushing me to do, like, okay, how am I supposed to study for AP language, like our AP world history, and all of these classes that are really rigorous, and like I know that, but I don't want to go to these tournaments. Like I don't, and it's just like money that my parents are spending, and they don't even realize, like, I don't even really want to be there. I would rather be enjoying, like, being at home and studying and, like, maybe just playing for just my high school team. Like, maybe I don't want to play travel. And I just feel like telling them, hey, I don't want to play college. They're going to be like, we just wasted all this money on you traveling to all these different tournaments out of state, and you didn't even tell us. But I know they'll be mad to start with me just telling them I don't want to go to college to play basketball.
Okay, so maybe it sounds like you might be feeling a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Because you know that your parents have spent money on basketball, and you don't want to disappoint them, but at the same time you're also wanting to do what makes you happy and what it is that you want to do.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure because my sister played 4 years of college basketball, and she's a little bit older than me, and she was really good, and she was really smart, made really good grades, and I love my sister. She's one of my best friends, but like my parents don't realize I'm not my sister. Like maybe I don't want to play college sports. It's just really hard. Like I don't know who to talk to because she's been that route and loved it. Like that's what she wanted to do, luckily, because my parents pushed her in that direction. But I'm different. Like I don't know who to talk to, and I know eventually like I'm gonna have to talk to my parents because I'm really scared that I'm going to not enjoy college or quit after my freshman year, and that's gonna be more of a disappointment. And I don't want my parents to be disappointed in me because I love my parents.
Okay, so what I heard in the beginning was that you really felt like you might be a little bit compared to your sister, who was really smart and loved basketball, and she actually went the route that your parents are wanting you to go to. So right now you're feeling like you might be a little bit compared to what she was doing, and maybe even you said that they pushed her. So maybe you're feeling even a little bit pushed and compared to what she was doing.
And like I've thought about it, and I guess it's just why I'm so worked up, like ways I can approach my parents without making them really, really mad, because I don't want to. But I mean, maybe I could like search for other scholarships. Like there's not just athletic scholarships out there. I mean, I'm in a bunch of clubs at school, and I know those offer scholarships, like Beta Club and stuff, and maybe I could, like I like to write, so maybe I could write some essays for scholarships and maybe show my parents like, hey, this is what I enjoy to do, and it's also money towards college. Like playing a sport isn't the only way to get to college. Like there's plenty of colleges around home and away from home at all different price levels, so I could save money and live, I don't know, but I just want to tell them like this isn't the only option to get those scholarships. Like I can use my brains, I guess.
So exploring other options and knowing that there are other things that you could do. And I know earlier you talked about money being an issue and how your parents didn't know how they were going to pay for college and through athletic scholarships, but you also mentioned academic scholarships, and just you're really saying knowing that there's other options and maybe communicating that with your parents to tell them.
Yeah, so I don't know, like definitely that's something that I've definitely been looking into, because you know my senior year starts in 2 months, and that's when basketball conditioning starts for the high school program, and I have plenty of time to think about how I'm going to approach my parents about, like, because it's travel ball I really don't do. I really do enjoy like being involved in my school, which playing school basketball isn't a big deal, but when that ends in January, February, like I've got to somehow tell my parents like I'm done. Like I don't want to play basketball anymore. Like I just enjoy being a student in college and maybe play like intramural sports. That seems fun, but I want to go to learn and be involved, not to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and work out and practice.
So maybe not as much pressure is something that you sounded like you wanted to relax and enjoy and just explore those other options that we talked about. So
I'm just trying to figure out how to approach my parents, because like my family's really close, don't get me wrong. Like I love my sister, she's great. My twin brother, he's great too, and they haven't really pressured him as much about the whole sports thing, I guess because he's a guy and he loves sports. But I just trying to figure out like how to almost like sit my parents down and say, hey, this isn't what I want to do, because I know in the long run they're going to support me regardless. It's just going to be really, really hard, like breaking the ice initially to say, hey, I'm going to drop a bomb on you. I don't want to play college basketball type thing. So, I don't know, maybe I should talk to my high school basketball coach, because he's a teacher at my school too, and he would understand, because he sees both sides. So
right now, with going to your college or high school basketball coach, he would be a means of support for you, because he's been through all that and he's knowledgeable about basketball, but also about the whole process and
just figuring out who to communicate with to figure out the best idea to approach my parents. And I know they're going to be upset in the long run, but to also like make them proud in a different way, to say, hey, I talked to Coach White, he told me, you know, these are my options and this is what I've thought about and this is what I've chosen. So I don't know, maybe I should talk to my parents now, because I don't want them to like get it ingrained in their mind until the last semester of my senior year when I drop a bomb. Maybe give them some time to like swallow it, so especially so they don't sign me up for any tournaments my senior year and have that all paid for. So just like exploring different options and to almost prove to my parents like there are other ways to get money in college.
So You said that you were feeling a little bit nervous about confronting them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 10.
So,
Can't do it.